Well, finance industry regulators have a new tool to better identify potential risks. Such warnings could be passed on to individual banks, and they can then assess emerging risks such as a potential market crash. Now, the information could help banks make decisions to better serve their investment customers. The prototype, called Project Ellipse, was developed by the Bank of International Settlements and the Monetary Authority of Singapore. The new platform integrates analytics and data such as articles and news to spot threats more accurately. BIS will further test Ellipse in other finance communities around the world so it can customize and scale the solution. For more, I'm joined by Kenneth Gay, Executive Director, Enterprise Knowledge Department at the MAS. Kenneth, can you tell us more about this supervisory analytics platform?
Thanks for having me on tonight. Let me share the problem that we're trying to solve. We now live in uncertain times where both global and local issues can escalate quickly and potentially affect our banks. We need an early warning system to alert us of potential troubles on the horizon in the financial sector. Project Ellipse enables MES and other regulators around the world to identify potential risks more swiftly and effectively. This will help us to safeguard the stability of our financial system, especially in these turbulent times.
And Kenneth, how does it, enable better supervision for the MES?
With Project Ellipse, MES aims to achieve better supervisory outcomes on a few fronts. First, we can be alerted to potential insolvency risks that affect our banks, as well as the companies they lend to, in a more real-time manner. Second, we can more quickly connect the dots in terms of the risk picture. Once we identify a potential insolvency risk, Project Ellipse allows us to swiftly size up how big a problem it could be for our banks, how much lending is potentially at risk, and do the banks have enough buffers against these risks under stress scenarios. MES can then engage the banks to arrest these risks more quickly.
Well, Kenneth, this platform helps to sort of connect the dots quickly amidst all the data and information that is out there. Can you share with us, how does it do so?
So Project Ellipse connects the dots between two types of data, structured data and unstructured data. So more simply put, what Project Ellipse does is that it takes the loan numbers that MES collects from the banks and the words from real-time news feeds from local and global sources around the world, and this newsfeed is continually updating. So what Project Ellipse does is that we use AI to continually scan the news for paragraphs that indicate that companies may be running into insolvency risk. It then links these company names with the bank lending data so that we can size up the risks and carry out the analysis which I shared earlier.
Yeah, so as you talked about, Project Ellipse gives, early warnings to supervisors on those potential insolvency risks. How else can this Project Ellipse help?
So besides insolvency risks, the system can also be expanded to monitor other types of risk. For example, it can monitor whether banks are at risk of running out of liquidity or whether they face market risks arising from changes in their portfolio holdings. Another important type of risk that Project Ellipse can help detect is sustainability risk. The AI algorithms in the system can continually scan the news to automatically pick up instances where companies may be heavy polluters or greenwashing. Project Ellipse can therefore also contribute in our sustainability journey.
Well, also, Project Ellipse will, be shared with financial supervisors around the world. So how will the MES and, the BIS work with other financial supervisors in this region and beyond?
So Project Ellipse is the first platform of its kind, a shared blueprint that is built by a regulator for regulators. Looking ahead, MES will be partnering with central banks and regulators around the world on a global collaboration platform called BIS Open Tech. MES is thankful for this opportunity to collaborate with the BIS, which is an organization that brings together central banks and regulators around the world to promote cooperation and exchange so as to keep our global system safe. Finally, this project where MES partnered with the Singapore Innovation Hub of the BIS, is yet another example where Singapore is leading the charge to contribute to the global community.
Well, thanks very much for that. That was Kenneth Gay from the MES.